some years ago, I used to do a little bit more frequently, like a full face of this brand or a full face of this concept. And I kind of want to be like resurrecting that from, I don't want to say the dead, but maybe they were in a coma for a bit. So today we are going to do a full face of Danessa Myricks. I do have quite a few products here. Some of them are absolute holy grails, and I'm going to be talking about why I really love these products. And I'm starting with this brand because, spoiler alert, I love Danessa Myricks. And I also thought it'd be perfect because I have this new, it comes in this little pouch. I have this new mini pastel palette. I got it in yesterday in the mail. It is the Freedom palette in Pastel Dreams. So I thought that would be perfect. But I'm sure there's going to be a million palettes. I'm sure there's going to be a million videos on this palette. And I want to like combine it with some of my other things from Danessa Myricks, just seeing how it works together with her other stuff, because I do have some other first impressions that I want to get through. And I just want to talk about how much I love this brand. I'm wearing this really fancy dress and I keep sitting on it in my sweat. I don't want to talk about my top half. She's going to a fancy dinner. My bottom half, she woke up in a dumpster. We are going to start with the Yummy Skin Water Powder Serum. So this is a serum that has like a dropper and there's almost like a little trampoline at the bottom, and you press and like the serum comes out like a serum, like a water. And this one does dry down and give you matte skin and helps you not be as oily throughout the day. I have combo oily skin, so I'm very oily in my T-zone, and I live in a very warm and humid climate. I live in Austin, Texas. I'm looking out right now. It is pretty warm, it's pretty sunny, it's pretty humid, and I need all the help I can get. I think this is a beautiful way to start out your makeup if you have oily skin. If you have really oily skin and you want to get something that's really like, I do think the one from One Size is even better, but this one does make a whole lot of a difference, and it also doesn't feel like dry on the skin, which I will be honest, the One Size does feel pretty dry on the skin initially, but I really love that one. One of my absolute favorite skin tints is the Yummy Skin Serum Skin Tint. I think this was released in 2024. Is it 2023? I don't know, but I still love it. I still use it. I have mine in the shade number 5. I will be using a sponge with this. Absolutely love it. This has a light coverage. I don't know if you necessarily can build it up. I guess a little bit. It's definitely not, you can tell. It's a little bit more gel-like in consistency, which usually means that you can build it up a little bit. You can tell this color is like a perfect match for me. And look at how like nice and healthy and even everything looks just with a couple of dabs. It still doesn't cover everything, but your skin looks amazing. And this one gives you that healthy, not dewy, not matte. It's like a luminous natural finish that's not greasy dewy, but it just looks like you have this amazing skincare routine going on. Well, in fact, my skincare routine is every other day I remember to put some kind of a cream on after I took off my makeup. Should I be admitting that online? I don't know. Okay, I zoomed in a little bit so that you can actually see what's going on my skin. And I wanted to talk about, because one of the reasons why I wanted to start with Danessa Myricks, not only because I have this new palette, it is also because Danessa Myricks is almost like a unicorn in my collection, where it is a brand where it has very few fails. I've only ever like tried 2 products. It's not true. I think only actually 1 product from Danessa Myricks that I personally didn't like, and that is their old full coverage foundation. I think it's called like Dream something. And for me, that foundation was just a little heavy, a little much, and I actually got rid of that one. I got it because it was the favorite foundation of Swedish celebrity makeup artist Linda Hallberg, and I think she still loves that one. For me, it was just a little bit too heavy, a little bit too much. I love a more lighter feeling full coverage foundation myself, but she has other skin like products that I really love, and I'm not going to be using these today, but I'm going to be showing you. And these are the Blurring Balm Powder. So this has Upsolite in it, which is an ingredient that's actually Swedish. It's made in Uppsala, that's why it's called Upsolite, and it is a product that keeps you matte. Like it absorbs oil more than any other product in like the makeup industry that you can use as a mattifying product in a powder or in a balm. So this one has Upslide in it. This one has a color to it. It's 3.5. I use this one with a sponge as a sheer, what would I call it? Like a sheer primer slash a skin tint when I'm traveling or when I'm going out and about and I just want a sheer layer and I want to keep matte. I also got the new version that is the Universal Radiant. And I just recently, actually I have an upcoming review with this one where I'm reviewing it. It is just a mattifying primer with a glow to it, so that you can, if for example you want to use a product like this and you want to get even more glow, but you want to control the glow, like you don't want the glow to be your oils, something like that underneath will make you look even more radiant, but still keeping your oils in control. Those kind of products are absolutely essential if you have oily skin, but you don't want to look dead matte. A product like this one with the glow in it, absolutely stunning for something like that. I know also Milk has their gripping primer with glow in it. Same thing, although this one will actually keep you matte. But I think that that's what I would recommend if you want to look fresh and radiant, but you don't want to look oily and you have like oily or combo skin. I would try a primer that is like either gripping or oil controlling, but still has a luminous sheen to it. Another thing that I really love, and I feel like I have mentioned this as a favorite, maybe even like a yearly favorite. I have two different shades. This is the Yummy Skin Lift and Flex Concealer. I have it in 6 and I have it in 8. I do have a tan going on right now because I have been very lucky to spend some time out in the sun, and I also don't. Sometimes I do more like bright under eyes and sometimes I don't, and today is the don't. Today is the don't, and I like putting my concealer like this. This is a concealer that is somewhat self-setting, which again is beautiful if you, like me, have older under eyes. Again, I'm 41 years old, and you don't want to overdo it with powders under your eyes. Using a concealer that's slightly self-setting will make, like, it will enable you to use less powder, because the concealer will in itself set a little bit and be a little bit crease resistant. Not like it's, you know, when brands are like, oh, this is a creaseless concealer. You still need to set it though, unless you're like actually 13 and not moving. So if you're an actual like one of those AI dolls, maybe that's when you don't need to set your concealer. But otherwise, us living, breathing humans, we do need to set our concealers, otherwise it's gonna crease. But a self-setting concealers enables us to use a little less powder. So I don't have any brow products and I don't have the loose powder from Danessa Myricks. I was contemplating trying it, but then I actually was like, not the least thing I need is another loose powder. Let me know if you have tried the loose powder from Danessa Myricks. Do you think it's good or not? Is it mattifying? Is it great under the eyes? I want to hear all about it. But this is what it's looking like right now. And I gotta say, I already love this. Okay, I powdered my under eyes, I did some brows, and this is a new product to me. I don't know why I didn't pick this one up, but this is the Bronze Balm Contour. That's what it's called. And this is in Light 2. And I swatched these in store and I was like, I think this will be the best one for me. Packaging, look at this. Oh, that's beautiful, because this is light too. And of course, Danessa Myricks is owned and I think still owned, I'm hoping still owned, but at least founded by Danessa Myricks, who is a really famous makeup artist. She is incredibly talented and she is a woman of color, and I've met her and she is literally the sweetest person alive. Whatever you see online with her, just amplify that 10,000 times. She is literally the sweetest person alive. And I think when it comes to like shade ranges and understanding undertones, she really got that down. So I got a light, it was 2, right? Light 2, because normally I would get medium, but I'm not a medium skin tone. Even when I'm tan, I'm still like a light medium, and they don't have light medium. So I got a darker light, and I really think this will be perfect for me. So this is a balm. I'm just gonna break into like, sometimes you have to like break the seal for these like balm products. And yeah. You look at how beautiful that like color is on me, because I don't want something, even though this is a contour, I don't want something that's gray. That's never gonna look, according to me, that's never gonna look good on someone like me that has a golden undertone. It's just, this is more like a bronzer on me, and I love that. Oh, so beautiful. So I just put some out. And now I'm blending it in like I would a bronzer. I like doing bronzer on my nose too. And look at how good that blends out. That is stunning. Why do I feel like I'm... Where am I going? So what I want to know is, how does this one dry down into the skin? Because some balms set down and they're just like a little bit emollient to work with. They're usually a little bit more sheer and buildable, and I feel like this one is like really blendable. But I also need something that it doesn't have to dry down completely, but I can't have fly paper makeup. I can't do fly paper makeup. I always like, of course I've tanned right now. I never tan here because of course I'm always, that part is always in the shadow of my shin. So I always tend to bronze a little bit on my neck to make everything just go together. Again, I think that that looks so good. Okay, so it is a little bit tacky, but not like sticky. I think we're gonna leave it like that for a bit because I do have some other cheek products that I want to try, which is one of my absolute favorite products from the brand, which are their like cream blushes. And I have one that is without shimmer. This also has Upsolite in it, so it doesn't get like oily, and this is in Bellini. But my absolute favorites are the one that are like a blush highlighter hybrid. These are so stunning, and I have this in Jubilee. No, this is not the... Where's my other shimmer one? I have another shimmer one. This is another one that it doesn't have shimmer in it. Where is... Because I have two of these shimmery ones. I have a peach one, and then I have this one that is unbothered, which you can see is the pink. I need to go look for the peach one because I also have a peach one. It's here somewhere. I really love those blushes. If you want to get like something with shimmer or without shimmer, I really like them. Okay. Hear me out. Let's talk about this actually palette to begin with. This mini palette sold out on Sephora instantly. I don't remember the price on the top of my head, but I will put it like somewhere here on the screen so you can see. I don't know the last time like a palette sold out on Sephora, but it looks really beautiful, and you're seeing some swatches now. And I want to mix this with some other things that I have from like the brand from Danessa, because I have some things that I want to try out, and I want to see again, because these small palettes for me are usually companion palettes or travel palettes. So I need them to be versatile. So I am going to throw this palette into the ringer, and we are going to see, can you mix and match this with other things from Danessa Myricks? First one being, and hold on to your panties, this is the Color Fix Mattes in this fluorescent sunflower. This one is in Lemonade, and we're going to be using that. And we're also, let me show you some swatches of this one. This is the Groundwork palette Blooming Romance, which is a mix of powders and putties that you can use on your cheeks and on your lips. And I'm definitely going to be trying this on the lips too, and I'm going to be deepening up with this palette. So we are really going to see, what can we get? How does the Danessa Myricks work together? Like, how do these products work together? I also got as a gift from a friend. I got this from Joy when I was in Miami with her. She was on one of our retreats, and she gave me 2 of these Infinite Chrome Flakes. We're gonna try that too. I don't know which one yet. Maybe this one that's called Fireball, because I have never tried these, and I want to see, because again, I told you, oh, look at that. That is Fireball. Ooh, yeah, let's try Fireball. Like I said, Danessa Myricks is actually one of my favorite brands at Sephora, and I trust the quality. And now I want to use all of the different eye products that she has. I actually have her multi-chrome liners here as well. I have these in 3 different shades. I just want to see, how does all of these work together? Do they work together? So we are going to start with this one. I'm going to see. Oh, I have a clean little brush here. So this one is from Sigma. And we can just use this one as an eye primer. I'm like, send help. We're going to use this one as an eye primer. And then we are going to start working with all of these different products together, hopefully creating a nice look. Say a prayer. I do think the blend of that one is really pretty. Okay, high hopes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna start with this brown shade here. I know I'm usually like the person who does like really, really colorful looks, but like trust the process. But I just want to see how this one layers on top of this yellow. So I'm gonna do brown in the outer corner and like fade it into this pastel yellow. And then we are gonna do a little bit of maybe like the pastels, like the colorful pastels on the lower lash line. I think that's gonna be perfect. I will say, I think you can see straight out the gate, it does pick up a lot, but also gives some fallout like in the palette. But it does layer pretty good. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. It does layer pretty good on the yellow. Let's see if they blend together. Also, don't worry, this is a trust the process kind of a look. This has a lot of like really like high reflective, almost looking a little yellow when I'm putting it on together, like next to the yellow. I'm gonna put this on the lid and on the inner part. Again, I am getting a little bit of fallout. But that looks really pretty on top of the yellow. Okay, let's leave that palette for 1 sec. And we are gonna go in and I'm gonna take a little bit of the putty. I think honestly this one, it is called Evermore. And I think I'm gonna use that on like a small brush. This is an FL2 from Cinch Beauty, which is my own brand. I always have those linked down below. Those are the brushes that I prefer. And I am gonna be using a little bit of that putty. Again, this is me seeing, does all of these products, all of these formulas, do they work across the brand? Are you able to mix all of these products together? And I think you can see so far, definitely. I gotta be honest with you, I think this looks absolutely incredible. I love that like almost silvery sheen that is in this shimmer here. It's like, it's got this almost like warm beige undertone and then this silvery sheen. It's so pretty. I love, that's a really interesting like neutral shimmer. So what I'm gonna do to make this look a little bit more interesting and to try these shades out, I'm gonna do blue on one side and I'm gonna do the purple, pinky purple mauve on the other side. I'm basically gonna do like, this is the purple. I'll do this on this side apparently. And I'm gonna do it all the way into the inner corner. Like that. And then I'm gonna clean the brush off and I'm gonna take that pink. And since it is such a small area, I am gonna spray it. Always when you want a shadow to show up a little bit more intensely, you pick up the shadow on the brush and then you spray. I'm just using a random setting spray. I have the Fresh Prince and Bel-Air collab with a Glam Light. And I'm putting that where I want it. So a little chunky McChunkerson. And I'm gonna blend it out. It's a little chunky for the under eye. You can see how that accentuates every line that I got going on. I'll put a little bit of the matte on top here just to blend it out. Maybe a little chunky for the under eye. You live, you learn. Okay, let's do the mint on the other side. Will I look insane? And here's the shimmer. Okay, this is definitely less chunky, and I think this has like a little bit of a purple sheen to it, like a purple shift. That's pretty. And again, I'm going over with some of the matte underneath, maybe not that much. Let's everybody calm down. That's interesting. Everything looks a little crazy before you get like mascara on and everything, but that is a very interesting look. I'm actually, okay, overall, I really like this one and I do think it works together with the shades here. I'm gonna be using the very light one in my inner corner. one way to make two different eye looks go together is to do matching inner corners, because it really ties the look together and it makes them like belong. You see, somehow they like, it's same on the outside, same on the inside, and like different parties going on in the middle, but they meet and they end in a similar way, and this just makes them like more cohesive and look like they belong together. They're not twins, but they're definitely in the same family tree. I don't think Danessa has a mascara, so I'm just gonna use this one. It's from Lancome. It's the Lash Idol Flutter Extension. I'm gonna use this one, and I'm gonna use a lip liner as well. I don't think she has lip liners either. I love a good lip liner. And then we are gonna use one of these shades as a lip product. I have tried it on my cheeks and on my lips for like reviewing purposes, but I haven't really done it since. And it's probably because for me, I'm not the person who does like multi-use products like that. I usually prefer to use products one way or another. But I can tell you right now, if you are that person, you definitely can do that with this palette. Okay, before we do the lips, while the lashes are still drying down, let's do a little bit of this chrome. Like I said, this is in Fireball. And ooh, it has one of those, like you can see, I've never used it. Okay, let's open this up. That is stunning. So I have like this just flat shader from ColourPop. It's clean. That's why we're doing that. Oh, okay. This is feeling like a little bit of a jelly. Like you can see when I like touch it, you can see it's like a jelly kind of a texture. I'm thinking just putting a little bit on here. Oh gosh, that is very intense. I just want to have like a little bit in the middle as an extra effect. I hope you can see how like fun and intense that is. This is like a flaky formula. So for me, someone who is, again, in my 40s, I try to not put this where I have a lot of folds, which is like in the inner part of my crease or on my lower lash line, because I know it's gonna look even more textured. So I try to be like smart with where I put these kind of flaky shades. But honestly, that does look really good. I feel like that did give a little something extra. Okay, let me get that let me get that to dry so that it doesn't crease or move all over the place, and then we'll do lips. I keep saying I'm gonna do my lips and then I get distracted. I swatched out the liners here, so I have 3 different colors. This one, it looks like a yellow here, but it is a very like a green. It's a green to a yellow to this like gold. And then we have the pink that you're seeing here, and it is a pink to a gold to a lime green. And then we have the purple that you're seeing here, which is a purple to a bronze to a dark green. And I was thinking maybe I can do like a little bit on top. And I was kind of wondering, because the yellow would look cool, but I don't know if it would be, if you would see it. Yeah, I don't know if that's like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Let me try the pink. It definitely catches in different lights, and I feel like that's a really cool effect. Just something that like catches, and you can see a little bit of the pink, and you can see a little bit of the gold, and I think that that's just a little cool. I'm gonna do just a brown in the waterline. I personally don't love multichrome liners in my waterline because I feel like for me, that's not a preferred look, but they definitely work in the waterline too if you prefer that. I just don't. Okay, so this is the look right now, and I am just absolutely in love with how cool this is and how many different elements are going on in a look that isn't that dark. I've been really trying to experiment with making eye-catching looks that aren't necessarily super dark. So let's dive into this one. I brought out a brush that's already, it's clean, but it's like, it's got staining on it. So I thought we use that for the lips. What do we want to do? So I was thinking maybe this one. I was thinking maybe that one. It's called Allure. And if I pick that up, because last time I used this, I used like my fingers, but I was thinking that this would give this really pretty blurred look. That looks so good together with this eye look. Absolutely stunning. I love it. Okay, let's end the look with, I'm gonna bring out, ooh, throwing it around. This is the F07, and this is the other shade that I have, the peach one. So let's use this one. Actually, it's my most used one. Is that Pan? I don't think that's Pan. I've used this a lot. This one is in Low Key, and we are just gonna brush this on top of our cheekbones as like a blush highlighter hybrid. And I love how this one is kind of like, it's got, you can see it's got a base pigment, but it is like more like a slightly colored highlighter, and it gives you that very soft color, but it's got that beautiful sheen. You can see it's a soft color, beautiful sheen. I mean, the makeup look is done, and basically everything is Danessa Myricks except the powder and the brow products, lashes. I mean, don't sleep on this brand. It's such a beautiful brand, and I'm gonna be honest with you, this is the makeup artist brand that is the most exciting at Sephora, like by far, at like Sephora Ulta. Like nobody comes close to being this innovative, this fun, this reinventative of like just fun textures and colors without being, because I love a good clown makeup. Listen, I love wearing a rainbow palette and being clownish, but this is innovative and fun, but it's not unwearable. I'm not wearing like a rainbow look, but I feel like there's something about the Danessa Myricks brand. They're just really capturing the fun. And maybe that's why people are like so excited about this mini pastel palette as well. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, this is better than the mini pastel palette by Natasha Denona, and I love Natasha Denona, but this is a better color story. This is more usable, really interesting colors. And I mean, I am traveling soon, and honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if I brought this one. And look at how beautiful it worked together with her putty formula, her like cream formula in a tube, with her liners, with her like multi-chrome pots. It all just flowed together, and you can tell that she has spent time making sure that all of these products work together. Everything is like I said, these don't dry down to a powder, but they definitely dry down to a point where, yeah, you can touch them without getting a lot on your fingers. Although that was eyeshadow. Don't mind the eyeshadow on my fingers. But overall, this is just a really great brand, and I really do enjoy the brand. And I've met the owner twice, and she's been an absolute ray of sunshine and so friendly and positive. And I hope one day somebody feels about my brand the way that I feel about her brand. That's what I mean. That's the legacy that I want my brand to leave. To have people feeling like, what a fun, innovative brand with a nice brand owner. I mean, isn't that what we all want? Anyways, I will link the products down below in case you're interested. They'll also be available in the YouTube shopping. I hope you're having an amazing, amazing day. Don't forget to subscribe to see more makeup videos here on my channel. I do so many makeup looks on a weekly basis, and I will see you real soon in a new video.